You know, in the high-stakes world of contract killers, there's pretty much one golden rule. You never get emotionally involved. But what happens when that rule gets shattered by the very person who hired you? Today, we're going to break down the epic story of love, betrayal, and terrorism in O Romeo. I mean, this is the one question that just sets this entire story on fire. It's not just about a job anymore. It's about a lethal assassin whose two worlds, his strict professional code and his own unexpected heart, are about to collide in the most explosive way imaginable. Okay, so before we dive into all the chaos, you gotta understand the power players here. This isn't just some random criminal underworld. It's a really tight triangle, one built on old debts, simmering hatred, and a very strange, almost unbreakable sense of loyalty. Right at the center of it all, you've got Ustra. And look, he's not just a killer, he's an artist. He actually got his nickname, the Razor, after he killed his own father's murderer with a single, clean stroke. He is, without a doubt, the deadliest, most detached gun for hire in the city. And then you've got Khan Saheb, and this is where it gets really interesting. On the one hand, he's the shrewd puppet master who gives Ustra his targets. But there's this incredibly deep loyalty there, because Khan Saheb is also the guy who saved Ustra from a really dark past, creating a debt that, let's be honest, can probably never be repaid. And that brings us to Jalal, the ultimate villain of our story. He's the man Khan Saheb saved Ustra from, a ruthless crime lord who basically embodies the brutal world that Ustra was forged in. His shadow just looms over everything, a constant reminder of the past. Okay, so the story really kicks into high gear when this mysterious woman, Afsha, walks into Ustra's life. And she doesn't just want a single person taken out, no. She wants to burn an entire criminal empire straight to the ground. So she shows up with this list, right? 4 names. 3 of them are key cogs in Jalal's machine, but it's that final name that changes everything, Jalal himself. You can tell right away, this isn't just business for her. This is personal, deeply personal. And that line right there, it tells you everything you need to know about her desperation. She isn't just hiring some random hitman. She's seeking out a legend. To her, Ustra is the only force on Earth that can take down the man who ruined her life. He's not even a person, he's a weapon. So, Ustra takes the contract, but as he starts working, those clean, professional lines he lives by, they start to get real blurry, real fast. The weapon, you could say, starts to develop a will of its own. He starts working his way down the list, taking out the first 2 targets. But with each kill, he gets closer and closer to Afsha. What starts out as a simple contract starts to morph into a partnership and then into a romance, creating this huge conflict he never, ever saw coming. So what's the bottom line here? The man known as the Razor for his cold, perfect detachment is now completely compromised. He's torn between his lifelong duty as a killer and this new role as Afsha's protector, and it's forcing him to question the very foundation of who he is. All right, so just when you think you know where this is going, bam, the whole narrative gets flipped on its head. This is the moment the story goes from being a gangster flick to something much, much bigger, and a whole lot more terrifying. And just like that, the news breaks. The city's most feared hitman is dead. It's reported as this massive victory for law and order, a neat and tidy way to close the book on the city's deadliest assassin. The legend is officially dead and buried. But come on, you know in a story like this, things are never that simple. Ustra's so-called death isn't an ending at all. It's actually a strategic move in a much larger game, and believe me, the stakes just got raised exponentially. So here it is, the big reveal. Khan Saheb faked Ustra's death to get him out of the city. Why? Because Jalal has outgrown the criminal underworld. He's not just a gangster anymore. He's a full-blown terrorist working with the ISI, and he's planning to bring Mumbai to its knees. Now, this changes everything for Afsha. From her perspective, her only hope is gone. She's completely alone. But does she give up? No way. She hardens her resolve and sets out to find Jalal to finish the mission herself. She transforms from the client into the assassin. And all of this, every lie, every kill, every promise, it all brings us to the climax. We're talking a final, bloody confrontation that takes us all the way to Spain, where all these tangled threads are finally going to get pulled tight. So all paths lead to Jalal's estate during this huge carnival. Ustra literally returns from the dead right as Afsha is captured. And that's when the true heartbreaking reason for revenge comes out. It turns out Jalal himself killed his own brother, Mohsen, the man Afsha was in love with. I mean, that final fight is so intensely personal. Jalal is just taunting Ustra, mocking him for choosing love over the cold, calculated life of a killer. He sees Ustra's transformation, his humanity, as the ultimate fatal weakness. But in the end, that supposed weakness turns out to be Ustra's greatest strength. He doesn't just defeat Jalal and get revenge for Mohsen. He stops the catastrophic terror attack. He proves that his humanity didn't compromise him, it completed him. So the story of O Romeo really leaves you with this final thought. It makes you wonder, in a world that runs on violence and cold logic, maybe the most dangerous, transformative force isn't a bullet. Maybe it's an emotion that makes you question everything you're fighting for.